the consensus kind of seems to be that he is maybe the best true freshman quarterback recruit that's come out since a Trevor Lawrence. But Clayton, you hit on it there. Like Trevor Lawrence stepped into an infrastructure of a team that was ready to win a national title. Offensively, I think a lot has to go right for Michigan to be at that level. In fact, every single thing has to go right for that to be the case this year. And I think we know that's not reality. Like football can be fickle. You always have injuries, and maybe guys don't pan out the way that you hope they would. Some guys that you didn't expect much from will break out and potentially be stars. But I think the objective for Michigan with him this year is you got to find your baseline as an offense, and then how much does his presence alone elevate that baseline? This needs to function. This needs to, this isn't a 1-year play for him either. Obviously, if he's as good as you think he can be, it's hopefully a 3-year play. And maybe there's a fourth year in there somewhere if Michigan's loaded and the right set of circumstances bring him back to school. But, you need to get him a nice baseline to build off of heading into 26 and 27, which feels like a much more attainable championship window. Not to say that I think that probably the ceiling of what this Michigan team is, and this is if everything goes right, is about what that Notre Dame team was last year. But when Notre Dame got to the national title game, just wasn't what they were doing, just wasn't quite enough. I think it's going to take
blitzing like crazy and giving Jeremiah Smith one-on-one coverage. Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, that was pretty stupid. But they were kind of one of those lunch pail type of teams too. And again, I think that's the most positive end of the outcomes for Michigan this year. There's a couple years of development, a couple years of war chesting. And to go back to the original point Chris wanted to talk about, should Michigan run this guy? I think he's too good a dual threat guy to not run him. Now, I'm not running him like Lenora Sellers or like Lamar Jackson, but I think you can do some of the things that they wanted to do with Alex Orji, and you have the arm to actually make those plays when the defense loads the box and things like that. So I think that there is a path where he can run 5, 6, 7 times a game. And with one or both of those backs on the field, that's, this run game is still going to be the engine that makes this thing go this year.